Hey guys, Jasmine Hollinger here, founder of Mother's Yoke. And today I'm going to be talking about seeking forgiveness. So, initially, my intent was to do some more talking on Proverbs 31. So, if you haven't checked that video out, please be sure to go and check that out or share it with a friend. But I've been realizing over these last few months that I've been facing some situations that have been challenging, ones that I don't necessarily want to share or discuss, but it's these very situations that I've been getting the nudge for me to share and to open up about, and hopefully be a blessing and a help to someone else. So earlier this week, I ran into somebody who I've not seen in quite some time, so I haven't seen in over a decade. Someone that I really don't know. Well, personally, I don't know this person. We've never had any communication. But over a decade ago, I indirectly hurt this person. And so this person and I have a common bond, a common link, somebody else that we both know. And so I indirectly hurt this person through fellowship that I had with our common link. And so it was a very awkward situation because me and this person, and you know, to keep anonymity, I'm gonna not say names, but me and this person, again, we've never talked, had no communication, never said a word. I still to this day don't fully know how they even found out about how I sinned against them. I don't know. I don't know if they know truly what I did or what the situation was, because again, we've never talked or spoken or anything. So I don't really know what they know. I know what I know because I know what I did. But I really don't know what this person knows. So the situation was a little awkward when I ran into this person. And, you know, I didn't say anything. I just kind of was caught off guard. And so the person said some things that were kind of vague. And it just really took me aback. And this has all been, you know, what I did, how I hurt the person, this happened over a decade ago. So it's something that I had moved past, haven't thought about, you know, I've repented and moved on. But apparently this person has not moved on. And so at first, you know, so the person said what they said, and I just, like I said, I was caught off guard because I just wasn't anticipating it. And, you know, wasn't anticipating even seeing the person. You know, it's like happenstance, or why did I even run into you in the first place? But nothing happens by coincidence. And so, you know, I was kind of taken aback, and I didn't say anything when this person, you know, said what they said. I just ignored it and I walked away, which was the best thing to do, because, you know, I didn't want to cause a scene. And then after walking away, I was like, man, I should have asked, like, why are you upset with me? And I know, but just like, well, why are you upset with me? Do you even know my side of the story? Were you told the truth? You know, I was upset. Like, you know, how dare you, you know, have an issue with me over 10 years, over a 10-year-old event. You know, you should let it go and be done with it. But then I had to, you know, and it really bothered me, like from the point it happened until later on that night, it really, really bothered me. Like, it's like, God, you know, why did this happen? Like, why did I run into this person? Why are they still mad? Why are they holding a grudge? do they even know my side of the story? What were they told? Who told them? Just like thinking about all these things, and like, I'm over it. Why isn't the person over it? I've repented and it's still being, brought up against me. And, it's just like God had to remind me, although I repented and I got forgiveness from Him, I didn't think about the other person. I didn't think about the person I hurt. I didn't think about the things that they may have gone through as a result of what I did. And so I had to really think about that and say, wow, you think, well, we repent, we give it over to God, and we move on. But sometimes our past has a way of finding us, even when we have decided to close a chapter. And sometimes that past event, maybe the chapter has not been closed for that person. And so instead of me being angry with her for holding a grudge, which, we shouldn't hold grudges. We have to forgive people. We have to, move on, because when we don't forgive, it only destroys us in the long run. And so, but that's not my place to put judgment on her or tell her when she needs to get over something or how she needs to get over something. That is for her and God to work through, because I can't, fix what I did. It's in the past. I can't go back. If I could, we all wish we could go back and change things and not do things and, fix what we did. But, I can't. So what I decided to do was to pray for her and to ask God to heal the hurt that I caused, to heal the pain that I caused. It really brought up, regret for me even, doing something that, we all do things that we know we shouldn't do. It brought up the feelings of, wow, what is this person gonna go and do and say now that they've seen me? They're gonna go and go start spreading stuff about me that may or may not be true, because again, I don't know what was told. I don't know how it was told or anything. I don't know. I've never been given a chance. And I said, God, well, I really want to, what do I do? Do I just let it go, or do I write her a letter, or what do I do? Because I really want to give my side of the story, but then I don't want to give my side of the story because I don't want to, cause any more hurt and pain. And, it's like God is, just led me to feel just to let Him be the one to fix it for her. Because at this point, over 10 years later, there's no point in me, digging things up and feeling like I gotta explain myself, because what will it do? What will it prove? What will it, just me trying to justify or, say this is what happened, this is what didn't happen. I don't know what there's really no point. And so I decided, I was led to just pray for her and to ask that God would help her to forgive me, to heal the hurt that I've caused. And I had to go back and just seek forgiveness for myself. Not because God has not forgiven me, because He forgave me when I repented the first time, but I had to forgive myself because I felt myself getting worked up and anxious and down and out about something that was over a decade ago. And so, God wants to remind us, once He forgives us, we're forgiven. We don't have to continue to wear our past on our shoulders. We don't have to continue to be held hostage to our past. And that's one of the ways that the enemy tries to destroy us is because it's like, oh, well, you know, you did this and you did that and you did this and you did that. And so once you're constantly bombarded about what you did do, then it's hard for you to move on and be the person that you're called to be and know, yes, I did that. You know, yes, I sinned here, I sinned there. But look where God has brought me, and look at the person I've become, and look at the people that I've helped by, you know, sharing what I did and being a testament to God can bring anybody who is broken and bring them up from the ashes. And so you don't want to go on and just hold yourself hostage for something that God has put into the sea of forgetfulness and you're still holding on. And so I had to go back and just forgive myself for committing the sin in the first place. And a lot of times we're way harder on ourselves than, you know, we're the ones punishing ourselves, and God is extending grace and mercy, and we're still beating ourselves over the head for something that He's, you know, let go. But at any rate, so I just wanted to share, you know, if you hurt someone or you offend someone or you cause some hurt and you feel like you've moved on and you've closed the chapter, and you know, you're like, oh, well, I said I was sorry, I repented, and it should be the end of it. I just want you to remember to think about the other person, because a lot of times we don't think about the other person. We just say, oh, well, you know, they can forgive me or they can't, and just move on. But we really have to think about, you know, the implications of the things that we do, the things that we say, and seek, you know, not only forgiveness with God first, forgiveness for ourselves, to ourselves, and to also remember to pray for those that we hurt, to ask God to help them to reach healing, to reach peace, to even reach forgiveness. You know, it's my hope that I'll be forgiven. And if I'm not, then, you know, again, that's for God to deal with, because, you know, I don't have a heaven or hell to put anyone in. And we all know what the Bible tells us about if we don't forgive, then we can't be forgiven. And so, you know, I'm hoping that I don't have to open that chapter again. But if it happens, then God willing, He will lead me in the right direction on how to handle the situation. But I just want to encourage you guys, you know, don't be held captive to your past and to your letdowns and to your mistakes, because we all have made mistakes. Nobody is perfect. The only perfect person that ever walked this earth was Christ. And so don't be held hostage to things in your past. You know, forgive yourself, seek forgiveness, pray for those. You know, we're supposed to pray for our enemies, those who don't like us, right? And so we also should pray for those who don't like us because of things we did. Because technically, if you do something against somebody and they don't like you for you, then they are your enemy. You know, the Bible doesn't tell, when He says the enemy, we just assume, oh, it's just somebody who's done something against us or somebody that doesn't like us for X, Y, and Z, but we've never committed offense against them. But that's just what our assumption, or should I say my assumption, has always been, okay, this is an enemy, not one that I created, but someone who doesn't just like me because of whatever reason. Nothing I've done against them for them not to like me. They just don't like me, right? Well, after this situation became clear that an enemy is not just someone that just doesn't like you just because, or is just a vindictive person. It could be an enemy that you created. And so I have an enemy, you know, not one that I would like to have, but I have an enemy because of something that I did. And so I am charged to pray for her and to, again, seek forgiveness and to pray for her, continue for her to heal, for her to let go. And hopefully I don't make any more enemies. But if I do, the hope is that I will still be able to pray for them, because that's what God charges us to do, you know. He died on the cross, and he still forgave those who put him on there in the first place. And we know he did no wrong whatsoever. And so I just charge you to remember to let go of your past, but be prepared if you're faced with it again. Be prepared to seek forgiveness, ask forgiveness. Don't hold on to anger or regret for things that you did that God has already forgiven you for. And to move forward from it, and to allow that circumstance and situation to make you better. And just try not to do it again, or don't do it again, because you want to definitely live and learn. You don't want to live and learn with the same situation over and over again. So with that, I'll be signing off in strength and dignity. Jasmine.